Alright guys, let's take a look here. This is a spoiler. It's actually like vinyl. It's very flexible, as you can see. So it came just bare vinyl. So what I did was I primered it, okay, and we're gonna go ahead here. We're gonna give it a light sand, and then we're gonna put base coat on, and then we'll put on the car, and then we're gonna line up the stripes, paint the stripes, and then once you have all the color done, we want to base coat it. So just want to show you guys the spoiler we're looking to do on the Vette, and what the plan is. So hopefully the next step will be putting some color on it. Alright guys, here we go. We're going to do some base. Make sure to get the edge so you don't have that when you put it on the car, that weird edge. Okay. So now, what you want to do, we're going to let this set up for about 10 minutes. And then we're going to put another coat on. Alright guys, so we got the base coat on. So now, you can see, but this has a lot of vinyl in it, and the challenge is going to be not over flexing. So what you want to do is center up your spoiler, and we got to lay out the stripes. So what we'll do is we're going to do what the edges are. And the same thing here. And make sure it's straight. Now you have your outer. The pinstripe you can figure out with the fine line tape we're going to use. So the next thing you want to mark is the center stripe that's going to stay black. And we're going to need 2 pieces to cover it. Make sure everything looks, you can use a tape measure if you want. My personal thing, actually, this is going to sound stupid, but when you eyeball it, it actually gets, it looks better. So we have that there. And then we're just going to carry this around the back side of the spoiler. So we are going to need a 3rd piece of tape to fully cover where the black stripe is. And make sure everything's tight against and stuck. If not, paint will get under there when you spray. Now, when I come back, I'm going to have the fine line tape, and I'm going to show you guys how this is all done when it's masked up, and we're going to spray the red. Alright guys, this is the fine line tape you're going to use. Get this at any automotive supply or auto body supply store. So I went ahead and I striped everything out, and this is what it's going to look like. I don't know if you can see with the stripes. So anything that is taped is going to stay black. Now obviously I got to do the field yet, but we got the stripe part down, and you want to make sure everything's against. You gotta have to rub it to make sure. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to mask the rest of this off, and then we're going to paint some red. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and see if we can lay down some red here. Let that set up in the sun a little bit. Actually wouldn't be a bad idea, so that way it helps it cure up and do what it needs to do. So we're going to let that cure up and we'll recoat in like 10 minutes. Alright guys, I'm behind the camera, but I'm going to show you here. We did the second coat and we unmasked the spoiler on here. And I just want to show you guys how it turned out. So the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to let that set up, and then we're going to hopefully try and clear it and then put it on the car, and then I'll show you how it works when I clear it and how the difference is. It's shiny now, it's going to get even better once we clear it. So hang on for that. Alright guys, so we let this thing set for about a half an hour and we unmasked it. So you can see it turned out not too bad. So we're going to go ahead and put our first coat of clear on it. Now the thing is, that's not a big area, so we're going to let that set up and see how it is after second coat. Alright guys, it's Big E. So this is after the second coat of clear on here. I'm using a medium reducer, and you can see it, the gloss in there got pretty nice. I mean, it's not perfect, but it might be a run or two, but all in all, pretty good job. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to let that harden up, or I should say dry and cure up, and then we're going to mount it on the car and see how it looks all together. Alright guys, so here's the finished product on the car. We lined up the stripes and the edges, and it's not, I'm glad it's not like ridiculous. It's just enough, it gives the car just enough attitude. You know, it gives a little spoiler look better than the smooth that was there. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed watching this, maybe even learned something. Anyway, like and subscribe, watch out for each other, take care of each other. We'll see you next time right here on Big E's Auto. Bye for now.